Hello, everyone. Thank y'all for inviting me here. As a sheriff in a room with bail bondsmen, you almost feel like a piece of meat in a shark tank. That's funny. Y'all loosen up now, loosen up. Look, again, it's a blessing to be here on today with you all. There's so many challenges that we're faced with. Can I open up with a joke, kind of loosen you all up? Okay. Well, you know, they say trouble is easy to get into and hard to get out. And that's why you're in business, because you get people out of trouble. It was this guy who owned a parrot. And he could not get the parrot to talk. And he paid good money for the parrot. So he went down to the pet store and he told the pet shop owner, he said, look, man, I bought this parrot and I paid good money and I can't get him to talk. He said, well, I got another parrot. He said, well, I buy him too. He said, he can get him talk. He talked pretty good. So he took the parrot home with him, put him in the cage, and the parrot talked to the owner's parrot all night. He wouldn't stop talking. So he put the cover on the cage, and they rumble, rumble, rumble. The next morning, the guy took the cape off the cage, and the parrot was dead. He asked his parrot, what happened? What happened? The parrot stood there, didn't say anything. Took the parrot out, went back to the shop. He said, look, man, I need another parrot. He said, what happened? He said, that parrot died. He said, well, I got a female parrot. That's all I got. He said, why I take the female parrot? So he took the female parrot home, hoping that she would get his parrot to talk. Put the cover on the cage. He said, oh, they're going to be okay. They rumble all night long and all night long. Snatched the cover off the cage next morning. The female parrot is dead. He said, what happened? The parrot didn't say anything. Went back to the shop. He said, man, I'm out of parrots. He said, I have a man, I can't even think of the name of the bird. Y'all give me some laughs. I can't think of the name of the bird. Help me out. What kind of bird? No, the one that fight and bite. A rooster. Okay. He said, I have a rooster. Thank you. I got the right bird. I just can't think of it. I'm trying to talk too fast because I don't want to waste your time. He said, I got a rooster. So he took the rooster home. Put the cover on the cage. Woke up the next morning, the rooster dead. He asked his parrot, man, what happened? The parrot stood there, feathers tore off, covered in blood. He asked the parrot again, what happened? He said, man, I had to take my coat off to fight that fool. Trouble easily enter and hard to get out. When you think of the criminal justice system, we often think about the people. You're either going through a storm, in a storm, or coming out of a storm. When one finds themselves incarcerated, trust and believe they are in a storm and searching for the Lord. And as a bail bondsman, to bring them out of that storm. What type of people get caught in a storm? Everyone. You and me and anybody. I would like to reflect on a story. I'm sure everybody in here is over 30 years of age. And you'll know where I'm coming from when I reflect on this story, along with some characters and their characteristics. There was this young lady from the land of Oz, located in Kansas. Her name was Dorothy. One day a storm came into Dorothy's life, and she was displaced from her family. Turned her life upside down. That's what happened when people go to jail. Some make mistakes. Some make that wrong decision in life. And it turned their life upside down. And the storm began. After losing hope that she would never, ever see her Uncle Henry or Aunt Em again, she was visited by a wicked witch that gave her false hope as well. There are some wicked witches gonna visit us in life, and they're gonna give us a false hope, false information. But we have to be smarter, and we have to think on our own to get past that. As well as a princess visited her and gave her good hope in a keen sense of direction to let her know that everything was going to be okay. We look to have those good witches and princess in our lives to help us. Dorothy began her journey with her dog Toto, and along the way, she met some friends on this yellow brick road while going down the road to seek help. There was this scarecrow she met. He had no balance in his life. He couldn't remember things and only wanted a brain. So he joined Dorothy off to see the wizard to get himself a brain. There are some people in life they call repeated offenders. Those that you deal with almost every other weekend. Same people, same charges. They don't have a brain on their own, but they need help. Then while traveling the yellow brick road, they came across a tin man who only wanted a heart. Every time he cried, he would rush through and through. His friends would have to oil him up so he can complete his journey, so he can go off to see the wizard. On this journey, we met some tin men. We met some cold-hearted people. But anybody's life can change. They call their bail bondsmen. They look for you to rescue them. They look for a good attorney. They want to plead their innocence. And when all this come together, these people are oiled up. And some of them can change their life. Some of them do change their life. Some of them choose not to be repeated offenders. So they go on further down and met another new friend. This friend was a cowardly lion. And we all know that lions are brave and courageous. But this particular lion have no courage. And they had to influence the lion and encourage him where he can get courage from. Off to see the wizard to get courage. And the thing is, we meet those type of people in life. We work side by side with those people in life. Can't think on their own. Some heartless, and some need courage to continue on their journey, to finish what they started. So to fast forward this story, after arriving to see the wizard through perseverance and faith, each friend received their gift. But Dorothy, she just wanted to get back home to her family. And the wizard told her the only thing she had to do was close her eyes and click her heels 3 times. And she did that. And she woke up at home again, safe and sound with her family. Could you imagine everyone incarcerated if they only had to close their eyes and click their heels 3 times and return home? Those who are innocent, what greater world this would be. How people like you as bail bondsmen, law enforcement, and the criminal justice system can change lives. The moral of this story is comparing the characters of the Wizard of Oz, the scarecrow who needed a brain, the tin man who needed a heart, the lion who needed courage. Those are different characteristics of people that we come across every day. But as business professionals, we have to learn that we are dealing with human beings and not mechanical parts. Mechanical parts can be changed out. They can be traded. But you cannot change out a human spirit. So I leave you with this going forward. As a business professional, sheriffs, and bail bondsmen, we need to do better with our relationships, with our communications, because we deal with human beings. And I thank Mr. Taylor. I have always had a great working relationship with Mr. Taylor and all the bondsmen that does business in Tunica County. And when I'm at the sheriff's conference, I let sheriffs know and other law enforcement know, we're not in the bail bondsman business. That's your job. I remember when I first got elected, my two predecessors, two sheriffs before me, they got in business with bail bondsman company, and they was indicted, and they went to federal prison. Once I was elected, I gave that job directly to my chief deputy and my jail warden. I vowed that that would never, ever happen to me. And I'm here 24 years later, as sheriff, standing here before you today, because I know how to have a relationship and a business relationship with people. Sheriff's not in the bail bondsman business. We all supposed to be in the people business, a professional business, as well as a friendly business. I was sued twice by a bail bondsman company. And one was successful, one was unsuccessful. I had relatives that didn't have anything to do with bail bondsmen that worked for the sheriff's office. And my law firm, they ended up paying the settlement because they didn't want to go to court. It was nothing we did wrong. It was nothing that we did wrong. But we have to respect one another, work with one another. And when I was elected, the first thing I did, I put cameras in my jail, microphones in the jail. So when that person come into jail, they choose their bail bondsman, that's that person's choice. That's that person's business. Have nothing to do with a police officer or a sheriff. And everyone will have to realize that, and once we realize that, we'll have a better working relationship. Mr. Taylor said that he invited sheriffs through the years here. This was my first invite. And I'm here before you today. I was excited that he really invited me, and I appreciate that, Mr. Taylor. And it's nice seeing everyone here. Y'all look good. You look very professional. I'm glad to be a part of it on today. And I thank you. All right. Woo, y'all a tough crowd. Y'all tough. Are y'all bounty hunters too?